There is a growing class of people that you'll never see on the Forbes list. Now, they don't wear Rolexes, they don't drive Lamborghinis, and they don't name drop their net worth. Now, in fact, most of them still live quietly in apartments, working jobs, watching inflation eat away their paycheck like everyone else. But beneath the surface, something's happening. Now, they've made a decision, a small, deliberate, almost invisible move that will end up being the most important bet of their lives. Now, they are accumulating 1 million satoshis. Now, not because it makes them rich today, but because they understand something 99% of the world still doesn't. And that is, true wealth isn't measured in dollars, it's measured in exit velocity. And stacking sats isn't just a financial strategy, it's a rebellion. Now, this is how the 1 million sats club will replace the 1%. Now, not by playing the same game, but by building a new one. Now, I just quickly want to chuck this in here. This is a free course of mine, and it's called Sovereign by Design. Now, if you want to come and check this out, I'll link this down in the description below. See, here's the uncomfortable truth. The existing 1% aren't rich because they're smart. They're rich because they sit closer to the money printer. Now, they don't trade time for money, they trade proximity for power. Now, when new money is created, they get it first. When inflation hits, they've already bought the assets, and when crisis strikes, they get bailed out while the rest of the world gets bled dry. Now, that's not capitalism, that's Cantillon capitalism, where wealth doesn't flow to creators, it flows to cronies. And most people, well, they're stuck playing a rigged game, wondering why they can't seem to get ahead. But the 1 million sats club, they've opted out. They've stopped chasing raises in melting dollars. They've stopped saving in systems built to fail. And they've stopped looking at the 1% and started building their own class entirely. See, here's the truth that no one's prepared for. Now, in the next financial era, a Satoshi millionaire will be more powerful than most fiat millionaires. Now, why is this? Well, because fiat wealth is melting. It's over-leveraged, overexposed, and over-controlled. But 1 million satoshis, roughly around $1,000, well, actually quite below that today, is not just cheap. It's finite, it's censorship resistance, and it's unprintable, uncorrelated, and undeniable. Now, fiat millionaires have digits, but Satoshi millionaires have density. And in a world drowning in cheap money, the only wealth that matters is the kind that you can't dilute. See, look closely, and you'll see the shift happening already. There's a quiet class stacking satoshis daily. Now, they don't wait for headlines, they don't care about the halving hype, and they aren't trying to time the market, they're escaping it. Now, some of them are college students, some of them are Uber drivers, engineers, mums, but they all share one trait. They see the scam, and they've stopped asking for permission, and they've stopped trusting the script, and they started building a future that doesn't rely on the Fed's next move. Now, this isn't just saving, it's exit. And this isn't just a portfolio, it's a plan. And this isn't just Bitcoin, it's bloodline strategy. See, here's a scenario that no one's talking about. It's 2035. The top 1% is no longer defined by hedge funds, private equity, or fiat bank accounts. Now, instead, it's defined by keys, custody, and conviction. Now, you walk into a coffee shop in Lisbon. The guy sitting in the corner is wearing a suit. He's in a hoodie, sipping espresso, reading a book on Austrian economics. Now, he doesn't look wealthy, but he's holding quarter of a Bitcoin, most of which he stacked when it was still under $30,000. And in this new world, well, that makes him sovereign. Now, he doesn't need a bank. He doesn't need a paycheck, and he doesn't need approval. His wealth is unconfiscatable, his decisions are unfiltered, and his lifestyle is unpermissioned. Now that's the new 1%. So let me ask you something. Would you rather have $1 million in a saving account, slowly leak in value, or 1 million satoshis secured offline, immune to dilution, and grown in purchasing power as the world wakes up? Or would you rather chase fiat status, houses, cars, likes, or build quiet leverage, sovereignty, and freedom that no one can take? Now, the old 1% made their money by extracting, but the new 1% are making theirs by escaping. Now, fiat is the performance, Bitcoin is the precision, and fiat is the flex, and Bitcoin is the fortress, and fiat is the illusion, but Bitcoin is the insurance. And the 1 Million Sats Club isn't waiting to be rich, they're building real power, and before the world even notices. Now here's what you need to understand. There are 8 billion people on this planet. Only 21 million Bitcoin will ever exist. But 1 million Satoshis, well, that's still accessible, still possible, still available for now. But that window is closing, because every day more people wake up. Every week another institution gets in, and every year another fiat failure pushes people toward the exit. And one day people will look back and say, wait, you had a shot at owning 1 million satoshis for $1,000? Yes, I did. So the question isn't, will Bitcoin succeed? It's already succeeding. The question is, will you be part of the class that saw it early and acted? Or will you be the person reading headlines in 2030 wondering how you missed it? Now, the 1 Million Sats Club isn't hype. It's not a trend. It's the quiet birth of a new global class built on truth, conviction, and math. Now, fiat millionaires will chase headlines, but Satoshi millionaires will build futures. And in the end, the quiet stackers will have the last word. Now, you don't need to be loud, you don't need to be rich, you just need to see the scam. So stack the truth and opt out before the doors close. Now again, one last time, Sovereign by Design, if you want to come and check this out, I'll link it down in the description below. Now I do also want to chuck this in here as well. I recently started a Facebook page, so if you're interested and if you want to follow me, I'll link this down in the description as well. Now, if you've made it this far and if you're not too sure what to watch next, well, I have this playlist for you just here, which you can go ahead and binge watch if you enjoy watching my content, or if you want a single quick little video, you can watch this one just here, recommended to you by YouTube.